viewers, and welcome to the latest in my short interviews with interesting atheists. Today we have Zac Alrayyis. I'm not sure whether I pronounced his name right, but he will tell us in a minute. He is a refugee from Saudi, where apostates can be put to death, and currently he's living in Germany. So here he is. How the devil are you, Zac?
Doing well, doing well. How are you?
Good, yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Tell me about your story, Zac. You've had an interesting, well, I imagine a quite hairy life so far. Give us some background. I'm
Zac. I grew up and spent most of my life in Saudi Arabia. I was in an extremely religious household where, having unorthodox views about religion or social issues in my environment was something that really got me in deep trouble sometimes. Leaving Islam was something that I and, well, everyone around me knew was punishable by death. It's something that I learned so early on that I don't really remember learning it. It was the kind of thing that was kind of self-evident. I guess sometimes my poor social skills, my problems with authority didn't help either, where I would talk about certain topics like women's rights or veganism, the warning, but like if I said something on a public platform like social media, I would get either warned or threatened, depending on who it comes from, that I would get in trouble with the police. Yeah, I mean, I've been an atheist since I was 13, and at a certain point, this feeling of being constricted and imprisoned, precaution really goes out the window, and you start taking less precautions and being kind of careless. And yeah, I was a lot of the time, to be honest, and that was probably a large part of the reason why I felt so unsafe as I was there.
Teenage boys frequently take more risks, don't they?
Yeah.
But tell me how you got to where you are now. How did you manage to get to Germany?
So for a while, I made the realization pretty early on that if I want to live a life where my freedom and my dignity is respected, then I'm going to have to leave the country. After I graduated high school, I started working. I started saving up some money. I decided to go to Germany and look into studying here. I learned the German language. I did the test. I got the visa.
Mm-hmm.
And I came here, and I wasn't entirely sure what I was gonna do. I wasn't even planning on applying for asylum and renewing my visa. If I had the chance to do that, if I had opted for that, I would have had to go back to Saudi Arabia. It also became clear to me that going forward with studying, beyond the short course that I was taking here, was not realistically possible given the certificates that I had. And yeah, I mean, legally, I saw that the only option I had then was to apply for asylum. And at that point, I had lived in Germany for a while.
Yes.
I had, for the first time in my life, really known what it was like to be free and not to have to look over my shoulder when I want to express certain opinions, right? And that was something I wanted to protect literally at all costs.
Yes. It must be horrible.
And so yeah, I made the, and also at the time, I was in Germany, and there were events that happened in my life, yeah, I mean, threats by certain people, and also after coming to Germany, there was the Khashoggi murder.
Yes.
There was a mass execution of 37 individuals, most of whom were political dissidents, and honestly, I felt terrified of going there.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I thought, well, if I've made this decision, I may as well go all the way, right? There's no point in turning back. Let's make a YouTube channel, my Twitter account, tell the world, like tell everyone my story, try to gain support for my asylum case, also support other non-believers that are under threat, that are in places like Saudi Arabia, and just let them know that they're not alone.
Is that when AAI got in touch with you?
Yeah, I mean, a volunteer at AAI contacted me after I did the interview with secular jihadists, which was like a couple of months after I got my decision. But fortunately, there were other organizations that from whom I did get support, and who helped me compile the evidence for my case.
Well done for getting permission to live in Germany. And this is a bit of a break with the past, isn't it? I mean, what about all your friends and relatives back in Saudi? Have you won't be able to go and see them without fearing for your life?
No, absolutely not.
It's a closed door, really, isn't it? You've got to say goodbye.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, I only let my immediate family know that I'm an atheist after I made my application for asylum. I made a post on Facebook, and I also sent them messages on WhatsApp. I wrote this long letter explaining why I was not going back, and how I felt. Yeah, and ever since then, a lot of my family members have, removed me from social media and stopped talking to me completely. I do have loose contact with very few of my family members, and even those, I know that I'm never gonna go to Saudi Arabia to see them, and they aren't gonna come and meet me. Partially out of, I guess, partially out of a sort of, religious, tribalism and betrayal, and also partially out of fear from the Saudi government, because now that I'm speaking against them, meeting someone who is speaking against the government, even if it is a family member, might also place you in danger. So so people have told me, that is the reason, they're afraid to have a relationship with me. And so effectively, I really, I like all of my, the people I used to work with, go to school with, family, it's mostly I mostly have a clean cut from them now, and I'm kind of building my life anew here.
Yes, well, good luck with that. And it's terrible, isn't it, that religious hatred can do this, can cut a person off from their roots, from their family, and from their friends.
Yes, absolutely.
This is something that AAI is campaigning against, of course. So I understand that you've been a volunteer now for us.
Yes, I was contacted by a member of the Atheist Support Network after I did the interview with a secular jihadist, and he asked me about another Saudi Arabian refugee who was in Korea, and he was denied asylum and was in a bad situation, and he wanted his information and he wanted to help. And we got to talking, and eventually I thought, I want to join as well. I want to do this work too.
Good.
And I mean, I've been in contact with atheists all around the world. People in Egypt, people in countries where they have to feel fear for their lives every day, and so this reality never left me, really. I even though I am free to express myself now, it wasn't that long ago when I wasn't, and even now, every day I have to be in contact with people who still have to fear for their lives for either being atheists, being LGBT, just being different.
Yes. So how many languages do you speak? Just remind me.
I speak 3 languages. I speak Arabic, English, and German.
Mm-hmm. You are a very valuable volunteer. Please keep up the good work. And
Thank you.
And good luck to you now that you're in a safe haven. I hope things continue to improve and you progress in your new life.
Yeah. Thanks for the kind words, and thanks for having me.
Thank you for the chat. Bye-bye for now, Zac.
Bye.